going on? Welcome to the Flex and KG show.
All right. Energy. Not
Yes.
Terminal 1.
Not Terminal 2.
Not Terminal 3.
It's Terminal 4. I mean, just say no more. When you come to the show, just respect our show. Flex and KG show. Hey.
Yeah.
Listen.
Shout out C4D. Shout out Terminal 4. Shout out Cold Steps right now. I don't even know if they ever see this.
No, we're going to send it to them. I'm going to send this to Terminal after.
I went raving.
KG went raving.
I went raving.
Yes.
These men were playing, and I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm home." Yes. I was like, "This is where I need to be, bro." A vibe, Flex. We need to get you. Do you know what people don't know about Flex? Yeah, he's a sick DJ. No. Flex.
Nice, serious levels.
So that one. An equalizer that. What's that bit that you're doing? What's that bit that you're turning? Why do you not do that?
Because you're
knobs in that.
Because you got obviously like on the mixer, you've got like treble, you got treble, mid range, and bass. So like when you're bringing in your mix now, like you can like usually you bring it in without the bass, so you just take out the bass, so you have the bass of the tune that's playing. Then you're bringing in your other tune with just the hi hats and the mids, and you just this is the house thing, so you just bring in, and then obviously you're edging out the bass from the other one on the right hand side, and you're edging up the bass on the other on the left stack. So when it's on the drop, when a man's like say no more,
and you put it to the other side as well, innit? You pass it to the other side.
That's a crossfader, but sometimes you can depends on your style. You could either have the crossfader in the middle at all times, and then you use the volume gains and you go up and down.
Yeah. Is that what you do? What's your style?
My style is it changes. Like if I'm on a house and like sometimes a garage tip or something, I'm easy.
He's got the fundamentals. Are you listening? He says, I can change my style. I can play with my left foot. I can use my right.
Everything. Or if I'm just cutting, I'll use the crossfader if I'm scratching it in, or just a kind of little one.
Nah, Lex is sick. In Australia, the streets will never see that again. They'll never see, bro. You were the real DJ, and that was the real hype man. Bro, we had a great time. That was lit. That's what I said. Look, if you don't want to do this, you could just DJ for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, bro. There's plans in terms of like I need to get back into that. I want to figure out a way of like what we do is synonymous with music and the arts and entertainment. Football is so. We can work on some stuff, right? Why can't we have a UV brunch?
Yeah.
Why not? Or like why not? Bro, why can't we just have some form of brunch where like I don't know, there's like the pod is podding, then we bring in Pio and Cold Steps and Terminal, and we do why? We know the people. Why we can.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. All right, cool. You never know.
For all of you, some of you thinking, "What the hell are you talking about? That's not my thing." This is just what
you have to learn it. Just learn it.
Just learn it. But yes, we are here to talk football. We are here to talk about Man United, bro. Look, earlier on today, me and Owen done a show, because you know when you're just doing like going through the news, and I said, you know what we're just doing this show, Owen? Nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows. Yes. I'm on that. All the media, shut up. You don't know nothing. Ineos, although we're pissed off, Ineos are kind of doing a thing of like, we're moving. You don't know what we're on. They are. Like, it's pissing us off. It's pissing us off. But like, actually, bro, David Ornstein, bro, was on Sky and said, I don't know. I've given up. David Ornstein, breaker of all news, said, I don't know. He said, I'm tapping out. I don't know.
Man, that big Unhub, he can't do it.
Unhub, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's new. These guys, even Fabrizio, bro. Hello, guys. You can't even hello, guys us. He said maybe a decision in the next. What does he usually say?
Decision expected.
Now they're saying it's decision expected at some point
next week.
In this
at some point, maybe. Gonna find out sometime. That Thomas Tuchel's not in the running anymore. This morning, Thomas Tuchel did say he would have brought Sancho back. Null and void. Sancho's leaving and Thomas Tuchel's not going to be a manager. Why are you writing that? Don't care.
I got that one right. I had a theory.
Sancho.
No, I had a theory with the I said, look, this is just a theory, by the way, because no one knows.
Of
Where
course,
no
no
one
one
knows,
knows.
anything is
No
a
one knows.
theoretical knowledge, yeah,
Absolutely.
or what you just feel.
Yep.
So this is it. I'm saying that because they were trying to, there was talks of Sancho returning, depending on the manager. That was the talks before, and it's hard to sell him on because Dortmund are not really trying to. Dortmund are saying it's Klarna payments. I don't understand, but they tried to rush us and made us pay the top dollar, and then they got all their Haaland money. Dortmund have got their money from players. I don't know why they're moving broke, and all of a sudden they ain't got peace now. But Dortmund saying we can't afford it, so they want another loan. We're saying no to the loan deal. And then I believe that Sancho's going to come back because Tuchel is going to be our manager. I believe there was a breakdown in the communications between Tuchel and our board.
Yeah, they
And
went, you're not the guy.
Yeah, no, I believe that whatever they both said to each other didn't sound right.
Didn't align, yeah.
It didn't align because you don't get to the point of, I met you last week Tuesday. This is quite after the FA Cup. This is after the review. This is after everything. Yeah. So you've done all your due diligence and you said to this guy, you're the one that we want to talk to because we stopped the conversations with McKenna, signed a new deal. Poch, I think the update was when we met Poch, it wasn't last week. So that's the most recent manager we sat down with. I would like to say is Tuchel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow that hasn't materialized into something of worth. And
Definitely
yes, so guess what? When I go back to the manager with my tail in, tail tucked, I gotta say to him, well, Eric, you're the guy for us. You're the guy going forward, and I can't force Jadon Sancho because I've already violated already. Now to say, well, we looked at everyone, couldn't find someone. By the way, you need to put Sancho in your team. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but
You
also
can't.
it said regardless of who the manager is, though. The report said that. Well, no, not the report. It was it Fabrizio? I think he said it.
Yeah.
Regardless of and he's spot on. He's saying regardless of who the manager was going to be, his reporting. Well, yeah and no. I saw it as like Fabrizio is quite. You can believe what he says usually because they don't. Them man, him and like Ornstein that don't really do the confirm until they know what it is.
Yes.
So, which is why we've seen such a lack of them talking on this because they actually don't know. But the things they have known, they say it. So when he's gone, no matter who the manager is, I saw it as I thought Ineos would have gone to Tuchel and whichever managers they're talking to, and they've decided on the players, like because that's how this thing. You got to remember that's how this new look thing's going to work. Like the new setup is we're the footballing people. We decide what style of football should be played, and Jim Ratcliffe said it with his own mouth. We decide what system is going to be played, and it's up to the manager to deliver that style. And the whole ecosystem.
Do you operate like that? Does any other clubs operate like this properly, like fully?
Yeah. Look, Man City, like obviously Pep's Pep, so like it's a bit different because he's the top thing. But their ideology of what they want to do remains the same.
But so whose club is doing it and it's worked?
Well, Brighton do it. Brighton say this is how we want. I know you can say, but we don't want to be like Brighton. But it's about the principle of how it works.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to understand if there's a club in football that do this and they've had success running this model.
Brighton's model works for them, like how they're sustainable and the players that they train, the type of football they play. Mate, we've had to tone it down a bit and say you man are doing the media darlings because they play football.
We've got different goals to Brighton.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying about the principle of the identity, not like it's okay to finish 8th and play good football, but like be like Brighton. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in terms of like coming away from like this manager. Well, look how Eric came in. Eric came in and like has veto over all these transfers, can say that this man must come. That's how you get your Anthony's. That's how you've ended up with Onana. That's how you've ended up with certain things that he's co-signed. But what the newer model looks like, and even the same at Pep. Pep even said it. He's like, I don't draw up the fucking... Like, he wanted Kane at one point for like 100. It didn't happen because the hierarchy's like, that's not what it is. We need the young thing for set. So then they got Haaland a year later. Like, do you see what I'm saying? There's still even though Pep's the GOAT, or there's like a model that you have to... Chelsea are trying to do it. And that's why Poch ain't on it. Like, they're now saying, what we're doing is, no matter who the manager is, you need to understand what we're on is we're getting young youths. They're on longer contracts, on smaller wages, and we're buying the next. So we've got a Cole Palmer, we've got Enzo Fernandez who's young, we've got Moises Caicedo who's young, we've got now we've got what's his name? Who they buy? The centre back Fofana who's young. I know he's had bare injuries,
And
but like
and then
that's
they
the
got
model.
and all them lot.
Jackson's young.
Yeah.
Mudrik's young. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're saying that is what we're on. That's our model. The manager must fit into that. If you don't fit into that, see you later. So back to the Tuchel thing, the new thing is, no. Even if you're the manager, we're telling you now, we're not having Jadon Sancho and we're not having Mason Greenwood. They're gone. So you're not having them. That's not what we've decided. Do you see
Maybe
what I'm
that's
saying?
probably why they're struggling to sell the project, and some people are walking away, because even the Poch one sounded like he's not willing, but even on the after soccer radio's like, football's a funny thing. I'm open to football, like, so.
If Man United offered him the job, bro, he'll take the job, bro. He'll take the job.
Poch,
I think he is. Yeah, absolutely.
Reckon Poch will lead the situation he just had and have it again with us?
It's Man United. Yeah,
it's literally the same thing. He's literally getting into the
well, they're a bit, but they're a bit more mad. Chelsea have been doing like that's
other than us.
Changing. They're madder than us, bro. They spent £1 billion, bro, on madness and like changed. They've had 6 managers since they've come in, bro. Body's moving crazy, bro. Like they're different to us, bro. We're not like there's a different type of mud. Like we're all in the mud. I get that. I'm not doing that thing, but like the way that their thing is like it's mad. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. But and also, it's still Man United, bro. If Man United come to Pochettino, bro, he'd love that. 100%.
Manchester United side. This moment in time.
Exactly. So and then we saw straight away, didn't we, that like the Pochettino thing, just all the reports are saying, it's cooled. The interest is cooled. They're not really on that. By way of default, bro, with all the people just left, like the Guess Who thing, you just keep flicking them down. It's just Ten Hag left, bro.
And the Zebi.
And even that, I can't see that. Even earlier on today, and this is what I mean, in the talk about the media, where the guys on MUFC, MPB, I saw them doing something. They're like big manager twist. And they're saying like, Thomas Frank emerges as new favourite for United job, ? But like, I'm like, I just don't believe that. I haven't checked to see what that is. I just don't see it. I just don't. Jason Burt from The Telegraph, at the time of recording, has said like Erik Ten Hag has grown increasingly frustrated with the delay over deciding his future at Man United and is fearing it's impacting on the club's transfer plans.
Can I say something though?
It's not news, bro.
Got a conflicting note. My guy from The Telegraph, Jay Burt or something like that.
Jason Burt, done a thing on Cobby the other day.
He goes, despite talks being held with other managers, Ten Hag does not believe this has fatally undermined him. He wants to have his support and he believes he deserves to carry on and restore Man United's fortune. So he's saying, listen, the manager's sitting there, relaxed. I was hearing Simon Jordan say, end of the day, Man United don't need to put out no statement, because as far as they're concerned, Erik Ten Hag still got a contract. Why am I putting out a statement unless I'm making a change? Do you agree with that?
I do agree it looks a bit short because there was no formal announcement that like this process is happening. I don't necessarily believe there needs to be a formal announcement to announce that the review has ended and the conclusion is Erik Ten Hag is our manager. I don't think they need to re-announce him.
No, but they should say a review. They should say the review's done. And if the review's done and they're saying there's a change, then we know what time it is.
Oh, yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. If there's a change... if there's a change, but I'm saying if Erik stays.
Yeah, but you should still end the review. At least tell us that the review's finished.
But they didn't even tell us it started.
So where did we get this review from?
It's all from the media, bro. Sources at United say there is a review. Until the end of the season. There's been no official... Man United have not put out a club statement with the corner flag at any one point saying there is a review now at the end. No, of course not. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is all the media shit where we're like, this is some official thing. And that's why Ineos are like, that's why we're not talking.
Wait, Man United have not said anything.
No, they've told the journos. When Simon Stone goes for comment and goes to Andrew Ward or something and says, like, oh, what's this? The journos have been briefed to say, we haven't made a decision on anything. There's a review. We're not further comment. That's it. There's no news.
So they got to tell the journalists then. They got to tell
the journos got that. So the journos been putting it. But in terms of like official club state. We're not re-signing Eric Ten Hag. We're not. I think if he stays, just fucking carry on and just get into the transfer window. We don't need another fucking club statement with the corner flag saying, "Oh, season review's over." And what are they going to say? Season review's over, and after interviewing or trying to get 6 different people that we couldn't get, we've now got Eric Ten Hag. That's not going to do anyone any good, is it? And just have their negative comments on the thing. Just get to work. When we see Eric come for the first presser for the game against Rosenborg on the 15th of fucking thing, we know he's our manager. Well, we should know before that, but yeah, and you guys get involved. Actually, you guys could completely disagree. You guys can say, actually, with the fuckery that's happened, swearing really early today. Sorry, guys. With the mess that's happened, with the mess that's been happening, like you're a cheat. With the mess that's been going on, and the lack of communication, we deserve some word from Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Sir Jim Ratcliffe should do an interview with someone, or should officially go on record. Maybe like some quotes from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, like with a newspaper or something, where he goes, we got to the end of the season and we had a look at everything and we're ready to move forward now and we're all aligned. Something like that. But not the Man United club statement. Eric remains. Nah.
I think they're not doing that because I don't know if they just want to be people of their word, but Sir Jim, Minna mentioned it yesterday. Sir Jim has been on so many different platforms talking. He's been on podcast. He's been on the news. He's spoken about Brexit, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, he's speaking about government, everything. Yeah, new legislation, all this other stuff, and he never backs the manager. He's never come out and said post-marathon any point of the time. He's never come out and said, you know what, Ten Hag, so and so and so and so. And it's gonna take a message from him soon. It will. I think that's where we are. You know what I mean? Just so we know, just so the players know that he's in control, because I don't want to, you know how people say next season, we got to write off next season. That's been some of the talks from some fans. We're not writing off next season. I refuse.
No.
How?
No, yeah. Why should we? Yeah, why should we?
We can't write off next season.
No.
If it's Pep's last season, it's Pep's last season. We should be trying to win. We have to be ready. We have to get ourselves in a position to challenge. Because if Pep is going, the only person that's going to challenge Pep, or that's challenged Pep, if you go by factually right now, is Arteta.
Absolutely.
And Klopp's no longer here. So Arteta would be the manager in the strongest position. We have to have a say in where the title ends up next season. We have to be involved in some level of it's hard to say title race, but we need to be involved.
Well,
we have to, bro.
Nah.
We have to. You know, how can we not
be involved in the title race? No, listen.
Should we be involved in next season? What should we be involved in next season?
All right. Hear me out, yeah? Obviously, the ultimate goal is always to fucking win the league, but we have to be realistic with where we are. We just finished 8th with a minus goal difference, and we're going through a lot of changes, a hell of a lot of changes, like in the hierarchy, in the way that the decisions are being made. We need to undo the squad, get loads of different types of players out, get different types of profile players in. We're miles off challenging for the league right now.
No, but
that should be the aim.
Incredibly unacceptable, though. We can't use that as...
No. That's what I'm saying. Of course. No, bro. Of course it is. 8th is disgusting. But saying that now we should go from 8th to challenging for the league is even more unrealistic then. Like, that's not realistic, is it?
So what you're saying...
What I'm saying is, when you're saying what should we be involved in next year, we should be involved in getting our shit in order, playing good football and getting way better results and getting into the top 4. That's what we should be involved in next year. If you could be in a title race, I'm not going to say no because all we need is top 4. I don't want to be in a title. Of course, I want to be in a title race, but that's unrealistic.
But I'm expecting, when you talk about and this is not even that great, but if you fall away from the title charge in that kind of Jan, February, I'm like, well, it's a better progression than what we've finished, bro.
In October.
What we bro, we're sometimes out of the title race.
But we're not looking. No, but KG, this is the problem.
December, before December, bro. Yeah, KG. Go on. I'm not saying we should win the title.
I know, but this is your brain, though. This is the glass half full and all the things. Yeah. I'll be honest here. I'm just gonna say this. You're a crackhead for even looking at the title race and when we're nowhere near it, bro. I'll say that to you now. Like
But
even
why?
last year, why
Yeah,
are you looking like, bro? I know what like I'm gonna sound pessimistic here because obviously
yeah,
while the points are pointing and like you know you look at where you are like you know it's fine. You're always in there
yeah.
until you're not. Like Villa was at Christmas.
But
Villa were
we're
top.
never in there. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Villa
what I'm
was there
saying.
all the time,
Correct.
and I'm
So,
saying we
bro,
have to
we're
get
miles off that, bro.
we have to get
Forget,
past.
bro.
No, we
Do
need
not go into
firm
next
third,
season.
third at least. We need to say
Yes,
third is the minimum. Third is the
bro.
minimum for us next season. We have to say that, Flex.
No, we don't. Like, it's not,
How can we
bro.
not say that, Flex?
Well, bro. The minimum is getting in the top 4. That's the minimum. That's 4th.
Is your
That's the
standard too
minimum.
low, Flex?
Well, no, I think my standard is realistic for where we are, bro.
Forget the realism right now. Should
What
Man
do you mean
United?
forget the realism? What do you mean
Yeah,
you can't just take out the one thing? Oh,
let's
this
see
guy,
it.
bro. You just told me. Hold on, this
Wait,
crackhead
hold
told
on.
me forget
Yes,
the
we
one
can.
thing that makes everything make
No,
sense. Realism.
because
Forget
the
realism, bro.
all right. Cool. Now let me explain what I'm
All
trying to
right,
say.
I will
Yeah.
forget realism. I'll
Let's
be
look
with
at
you. I'm going to forget
now.
realism. Go on.
Let's listen to this. Yeah.
We'll win the league next
I
year.
know we should stop saying these things like these open statements like we're Man United. I know we should stop saying that. Yeah. But then there has to be like
Yeah.
what we finished this season was a
Yeah.
disgrace. We can't use that
Yes.
as a barometer of success for next season. We
No.
can't say,
No.
well, it was 8th last season and now we
No.
finished 6th. Well done to
No.
us.
No.
That's
I didn't say that. I agree.
there you
I
go.
agree.
So
I
right
agree.
now, we have to say we're a team, yeah, that has to win trophies. That's the
Yes, which we've done.
fundamental, which we've done. Yeah. So that's the first part. Tick.
Yeah.
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 We're a team that has to finish in the top 4. Yeah.
That's what I just said. Yeah, correct.
Now, I believe we should go a step above the top 4, and we should be talking about anything even lower. I remember when we used to finish second, and that was a disgrace. We need to be looking at that third pushing. We have to. We can't be 20 points off top. We can't be 30 points, 36 points.
But that's a realization of how far our squad. You have to look at the squad, KG. Our
Yes.
squad, yeah. Look at our
Yeah.
squad compared to Arsenal, Liverpool's, and Man City. Is there a 20-point gap in the squad?
At the
paper?
moment, currently, yes.
So
yes.
how can we do it just off of hopium of saying we just
No.
should be higher? It has to rip up the thing and rebuild it.
I think we need to be in the I think we need to be very savvy in this transfer window. How do Barcelona? I'm not saying we should pull mad levers, but sometimes Barcelona finish and you think, how have they assembled that? Like you look at Barcelona's team, yeah, if all the debt, all the financial problems that they're having, and you're like, that's not right, is it? You just look at them and think.
But what you've done now is you've skipped.
You're
right in what you're saying. But
I'm asking for the club to invest correctly. If we say we got Jason, Omar, and all these guys, I want us to look at the free market. Yeah, but I'm saying that if you lot had this plan and this strategy, I want us to look at the free market. I want us to bring in the guys that are the bargains that surprise us, so we can bring in a few good players and make ourselves viable again, like a team that's not far off from the rest.
You're 100% right. So do you think that? So this is what I'm saying. I agree, but you've gone from saying like, without breaking down looking at the transfers, and that's what we need to do, the transfer market, which takes time, and then you need to wait for that to happen so you can do it. You skipped to next year, we shouldn't finish anywhere lower than 3rd. But then you've missed out the whole bit and said, take out the realism. Then you've brought the realism back in. Hold on, you've brought the realism back in and said, the realism is, though, we need to look at the free market, we need to look at young people, we need to get the transfer business right. Right then.
Yes.
So you've just missed out one of the biggest components that we don't know yet.
I'm gonna put in the next part that the players being fit is a big part, bro. The mitigating circumstances. Are you telling me how many points we'd have got if we had a fit squad?
We would have got a lot.
We finished top 4 if we had a fit squad.
Probably. That's way better chance, obviously. Don't know that. I don't know.
Aston Villa's fall off was crazy. Tottenham's fall off. They was almost trying to give it to us where we lost some dumb games. Like remember them games that run that went on. We dropped an obscene amount of points in ridiculous ways. And my thing is, like, let's say we those players, we can never have the injury season that we had this last season. That can't happen again. So I'm trying to say, well, we're gonna deal with that part. If we lose a big percentage of our squad, and we don't have the same partnership.
We finished 8 points. We finished 8 points off top 4. 8.
There you go.
With all them injuries. So yeah, we would be able to amass 9 points. 9 more points to amass
9
Villa
more points
if we had fit players. If Lisandro Martinez and Varane were there, we'd probably get 9 points just from them being there.
There you go. So then that third is not off. It's not far off, is it?
Right.
Take away the
well, it's not because we finished third the same year, but the year before. But what I'm saying is because of where we have finished and now what is about to change at the club, and the players we need to get out, and how far behind the pack we've fallen even more now. You can't just skip to we need to be. You said we need to be in the title race next year.
No, I'm saying, bro. Let's preface it right. I said title race from Jan, and then we fall off. You know that, bro, clear? Because when you say title race,
right? So
I'm saying, bro, you said
what this guy's saying is from August to January, we need to show we need to be in the title race.
Yeah, because we fall out of the title race before November, bro. We're out of it. Remember when we say, bro, we're not winning it, bro. Let's be real. How many times we said, no, we're not in it anymore.
We're nowhere near winning the league. Even when we finished third, we weren't near winning the league.
Bro, but being out of it
mathematically, near winning the league when we finished second, being
out of it mathematically in November is crazy. Before the international breaks in that.
Nah, it's not mathematically.
Bro, we're out of it.
It's not. You're adding that in. No, we're not. It's not mathematically. It's not.
Bro, sometimes we're 12, 13 points off the top. We're not winning, bro. So this is what I'm saying. Wait, bro, we can't be that kind of level.
91, 60. So we finished 31 points off the title, yeah?
That's mad. That's like we got a points deduction.
Yeah.
That's not
weird. So the question is, so when you're talking about title charge, yeah? You have to say this is the real question of what you have to say.
Yeah.
How the fuck do we find 30 extra points?
We're doing a title charge.
That's what Flex. This is what I'm saying. This is 30. What I'm saying.
30. Bro, it's 40. Bro, it's 40 to stay in the division. We have to. We have to keep holding your place in the Premier League.
So
matter of points.
Let me help you. Let me help you. This is what we're gonna do, Flex.
This is what we're gonna do. Kick the thing.
Good. That's good. That's karma. Now let me help you. How we do it? Yeah, is mitigating circumstances. Do you see Onana with the diving that he was doing last season? That can't happen anymore.
Yeah.
All the shots that he was just letting in easy, and him being peppered weekend, 30 shots a game conceded, that can't happen next season.
No, absolutely.
So first of all, you find a defender and a midfielder that stops that. That's your first two things you have to find. So Martinez needs to stay fit. You need to find that midfielder. You need to find that defender that plays that fit for the whole season. I need who stayed fit a lot this season? I need Virgil level of fitness. I need Saliba level of fitness. Like Man City, they kind of mix and change their defenders and stuff like that. But Ake availability, I need that level of availability, bro. That's gonna make a big difference in terms of those 8 points that you're talking about. My goalkeeper should be bedded in by now. That should mean a big difference on points, like winning us points. These are the things that we need. I need to be able to change up the squad. I need a striker when Rasmus needs a rest, or we need to freshen things up. There you go. These things here, like while we're off, if we can have a good transfer window, it doesn't need to be as bad as it's been, is the point I'm making. I need Ineos to tell me they are who they say they are. They said that they're going to get us challenging in 3 years. Well, let's get in the right players now. We've dealt with the player salaries in regards to, we've lost Varane, we've lost Martial, we've lost who else is off the books that was getting paid? We're trying to get Casemiro off the books. Sancho will be off the books.
Yeah, Greenwood will be off the book. He's on size.
Greenwood will be off the books.
Fucking bro, your boy Brandon Williams is on like 60 bags a week, 70 bags a week.
Off the books.
You know how mad that is?
He's gone. Get Facundo, no disrespect to Facundo. And even, who's the other guy? Donny van der Beek. Off the books. It must happen now.
He's on a good 60 as well, easy
off the books.
Yeah,
get these lot gone.
Absolutely.
And then you can't tell me that we can't go into the market and move mad this summer and bring in a lot of players. While it's a difficult order, well, what's all these players? What's all these guys? You know how we're talking about structure? We're so excited. Well, what job are they gonna do then?
Yeah.
That's the real, we have to put them to the, again, and when we just talk about like standards and stuff, like I'm not even talking about the standards is when we used to compare ourselves to Real Madrid, their standards is winning the Champions League season by season. They said, the first one feels great. Bro, if we're not careful, we'll just accept that we're gonna just continue on this journey of, well, we finished 8th and this is, no, it's not success. Man United need to say, no less than, you have to win a trophy every season. You have to win something, and then we have to kick on, really. And we shouldn't be finishing lower than 3rd, really.
Yeah, I agree. I hear what you're saying about the standards. Look, in an ideal world, and this is the thing, I do think this is like a something we have to realign. Yeah. So standards, 100%, because if you get too low in the standards, in the mud, you forget what you once were, and you forget what you're striving to become again. So I get that. So that line, I know it's the famous one, but we're Man United though, like this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But then they're also, so there's a fine balance between remembering what you were and what you should be. So you should keep that. Otherwise, how will you get back there if you change it to say it's okay to be this, accepting mediocrity? And then there's a fine balance between that and saying, but there's a reason why we are way off of that. And there's a way to get back to it. And we can't just simply say, because we're Man United. It's about doing the things that actually undo the shit. Like you said, so all them things about what you just said there, is like, get this person off the wage, but they need to go, ripping that plaster off and rebuilding the thing in the correct way, which hopefully that's what Ineos have started to do. We don't know how it's going to turn out. We don't know. But it's a good start by getting the people out who made all the decisions that contributed to the shit. And they've wiped them out, bro. Instantly,
They have.
So
but now
we're now in a new era, but that's going to take time. They're not going to be able to wipe them out instantly. Then we get Omar Barada, Dan Ashworth, Jason Wilcox, and then we go, wow, look at the window that we had. Oh my God, we're now 2nd. We're better than Arsenal. That's not going to happen.
And we can't just give them praise. I love the fact that they've moved out those guys, like all these guys, Omar and them.
Yeah,
lot
but they
have
to deliver now. They have to deliver.
They can't. Actually, them man can't play for us. We don't get to start Omar on the wing, bro. We need to
but the decisions that they make matter.
Exactly now, because we're in the off season. This is a time when we can say we can raise because when the season starts, we can be incredibly realistic because we know what we have now. We know what we can be. Right now, they can paint a picture. If you said that we're not getting enough points because the manager's not good enough, they can get rid of the manager and put in a manager they feel that will get us more points. You remember when we was talking about what's wrong with it, rip it up, this, that, and the other? They might say, we can identify a manager that can get more out of the squad that's there. I always thought the squad was limited. Now, if they don't change the manager, they're saying this manager's the guy. Okay, now what tools are you going to give this manager to succeed, to get to do better? Because again, Man United need to. It's just saying simply top 4 is not good enough for Man United. Man United should be challenging for silverware every season. It's a big club. That's the truth. Now, what players can we find in this off-season that's going to bring us closer to doing that? And that's their man's job. Even if you go in the free market, in the untapped market, where are you going to find these players and who are we going to promote from the youth academy like we've been doing? We promoted Garnacho, we promoted Kobe this season. Ahmad's there, Rasmus is there. We expect more from these players. What pieces are we going to add to make us better? And I think there's no excuse to say, well, I can't make a difference until year 2, year 3. I believe that them man should be masterminding, thinking together about the players, because we get players that surprise us every season. Mateta surprised us this season. I didn't think he was going to do that. Paulinho surprised. There's so many different players. You think, wow, what a find. Even the one Tottenham's got, the is it left back or something? Udogie. He's
wicked.
surprised. He's
Yeah.
surprised. Like, you can
They
really
had him out on loan last year. They had him out on loan.
Exactly. I'm saying, you, man, if you are who we say you are, I need you lot to get to work, and don't tell me
Correct.
I'm gonna be thinking about I'm gonna find these great players in 18 months or 2 years from now, bro.
No, it needs to be now. Absolutely.
It's now.
I agree. So what do you
That's it.
feel? So the bit that Jason Burt, the thing that Jason Burt put in the Telegraph earlier was that Ten Hag is concerned that if Man United intend to keep him, then the club is already in danger of falling behind in this summer's market, and this will impact their prospects next season. According to Jason Burt. He's doing what you're saying. He's saying, like, this thing's dangling on, and we need to get to business in the transfer market. And this is impacting upon that. But some people say, KG, just quickly, some people say, well, no one's getting any players right now anyway. There's only a couple of free men that have moved. Nobody's really moved yet. Like, it's fine. Just keep calm.
But we haven't got
someone like Marcel would say, just keep calm.
No, but we haven't got the problems that everyone else has got, though. That's the thing. As you said, 36 points. We're not in the same boat as an Arsenal. We're not in the same boat as a Tottenham and what you call it. We are far off from being what we say we want to be. Again, I know that Barcelona have to deal with the juggernaut of Real Madrid now. They have to deal with it. And I know right now, their working brain, what lever can be pulled again to make themselves competitive. We have to say to ourselves, that is the standard. That's the level. Right now, we can't allow ourselves, yes, we're far off Man City, but we're going to allow ourselves to fall even further off Arsenal. So when are we going to be back in the mix again? We have to challenge ourselves in this off-season to get as close to these guys as possible. And if you don't make it, let's say, you know that thing about aiming for the moon, at least you hit the sun and the stars, whatever that kind of is.
Yeah, aim high, so if you get a little bit lower, it's fine.
Even if, but then again, we're actually aiming at a lower point. We're aiming at, let's just do top 4. Let's just catch Aston Villa, Newcastle and them. These are not teams that we should be sparring with anyway. These are not teams we should be looking at. If you look at them, you've actually got this all messed up. We need to say, look, Man United, the standard and quality of last season was a blip. We'll never finish 8th again. We're not on 8th, 6th. That's progress. I don't care about that. I have no interest in that. Man United, next season, I have the expectation of Europa League, we must win it. If all is well, we can go into that competition.
And no one even drops down. No one even drops down.
There you go. Europa League, we must win it. I would like to retain the FA Cup.
Of course.
And then if you can tell me,
of course,
if you can tell me a top 3 finish, I believe that's a that's the kind of season now.
You just basically said, come in the top 3, retain the FA Cup, and win the Europa League. That's almost the maximum we can do for next season.
But then guess what though? That's still not good enough. But that's good.
No, of course not. We want to win the league. It's not good enough until we win the league or Champions League.
There you go. But then again, to reclaim those levels of standards, that's what Man United need to say is the barometer. You must win 2 cup competitions next season. You have the chance of a Carabao, you have the chance of FA Cup, or you have the Europa League. You must finish in the top 4. I think you could do better than top 4 and finish in that. But
I know this is against what you're saying, but also what you would take. I know this is completely against what you're saying. You say no flex. It's not about I'll take that. You're lowering the thing. But what I'm saying is, in terms of not being too ruthless and being realistic, though, if Erik Ten Hag next year finished 4th and won the Europa League,
it's a good season.
We would say it was a very good season.
No, but do you see what I'm saying? At the off-season, you're allowed to say this when the season starts. Yes. I can't say things that can never be reached for this guy. In this right now, it's like the planning process. It's like if you're going to build up your house and something, you don't say, oh man, there's going to be a leak, so I got to deal with that and I got to deal with all these things that go wrong. Yeah. I'm designing the best version of what I would like to see. Now, the club have to try their best to get close to that. When the season
but KG, sometimes you go, boy, obviously we want that sofa, but we'll get in there first. Might have to order that after. You know that kettle. Listen, we'll get the Bosch kettle after. We'll just heat it up on the stove and let's just little movement. Let's just get in because sometimes they do that. But let's not act like you move into your yard and everything's there. You got to get in.
I remember when you get
the bricks and mortar. Get in there, and then you start fill it up. Yeah, it's all fill
But
it up after. Yeah.
Flex, have you ever got that one Hoover that surprised you? You know that one Hoover in them household utilities. They're like, bro, imagine we picked up this chair from this place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, like that. Like, I'm talking about these surprise items, Flex. I'm talking about that's, you know what? I'm so glad we got that. I'm so glad we didn't choose the other one. We didn't go for the name brand one there. And we went for this one.
Yeah.
Because you can say all the time, you can say, I want
100%.
this, I want this, I want this. And all I'm asking Man United to do is due diligence when it comes to in the market. Like unearthing, finding, like I know to find a Kante is ridiculous, but that type of shit. Like, if you're telling me that Dan is the man, yeah, let's find these gems. Let's find these Caicedos. Let's find what do you call it's been able to do? What Brighton has been able to do. Let's find some of these players that are like, can't believe they just done that. Can't believe Man United have found a player like that. That's what I'm asking for. Cheap market.
No.
Instead, because before we blamed all these lot and said there's the signings that could have been that or never was. When Haaland was available for cheap, them ones.
Yeah, and we couldn't get him. Well, Ollie said, I want him.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Now he's saying them people are not there, Flex. So
yeah, well, they're not exactly, because that's the sacrifice you've had to have now for fucking up on them kind of transfers. We showed Jude Bellingham around the place. Went,
nah.
How does that happen? You have to look at your institution and say, how can a 17-year-old I know he's not a normal 17-year-old, but how can a 17-year-old come to Manchester United, speak to Eric Cantona, Brian Robson, and Sir Alex Ferguson,
rolled out everyone,
and leave and say, I'm going Borussia Dortmund? Do you understand where Man United is as an institution if that's happening?
That's it.
So where we want to get back to, we have to have the realization of what we are. That allure of Man United, because of our own doing and mashing up our reputation, isn't the same. Of course, players would still come and managers would still come. But I'm telling you now, bro, if you go to Elise now and say you want to come Man United, yeah, of course, big bucks and you can be the guy. But there's also like, all right, but Bayern could want me, though. Arsenal could want me. It's not just Man United. Yes, I know Bruno said that thing of, when he was explaining the thing, as soon as my agent rang me and said it was Man United, I said, yeah, look, I get that. Some man it is like that. But let's not get twisted. If you're a young up-and-coming player, like you said, we got to resell our project.
Yes.
And in this new form. That is the job of, like you're saying, of the Wilcoxes, the Baradas, the Dan Ashworths, the Jims and all that. When them man sit in negotiations with agents and a client, a player, and say, right, what's the forecast for Man United? Explain to me in this meeting, other than the 4-year deal plus one I'm about to get on 120 bags a week, right? Other than that, because obviously money's a big thing, what are you on here? Explain the project.
I'll say to you, and this is why the saying who the leader is important. Because I'll say to you, you're a young player, Garnacho, Kobe, all these players, Garnacho, Kobe, Rasmus Højlund. Young players don't really get a chance. You're going to go into a squad and become a member of the pack, and they're probably going to go with the stalwarts. At Man United, we give youngsters a chance. You can see already. You can see one of our kids, 4 months, he's now in the England squad. Yeah? Potentially, he could potentially win the Euros. You know what I mean? I'll sell the young project and say, we have a manager that has no problem giving youngsters starts. I'll mention how many debuts that we gave this last season, and we will do it. We'll make the difficult decision. We decided to let that youngster lead the line ahead of whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we're happy or willing to do it. So if you come to Man United, we're not signing you just to be that kid that's bops up to Carrington and never really plays in the first team. You have a rule. There's the pathway is clear. We expect you to start.
You can do it. And that's what Man United is built upon, as that's our DNA. And also the bit about the wages, you have to show that. You have to say, I know in the past, you might have been expecting 250, Michael. Sorry. But, in line with our new thing, and we've got players leaving. Obviously, you can't talk about everyone's P's like that. But, in line with what we're trying to do here and create that level of, not rewarding failure and only rewarding sort of, accolades at this football
Yeah.
club. That's why the contract looks how it does as well. And also that will be the same for everybody else coming in. So
Yes.
you're getting that sense of like, I'm getting a fair thing where I've doubled my wages, but I'm also like, do you know what I mean? I can see that I have to earn this shit.
And the pathway is there. And the killer is, we can play players, but that's got to be deserved. We can go up. We're a club that knows how to, so you can earn them bonuses. We're happy to even set up a bonus thing now in your contract. But again, everything is going to be on merit. Everything's going to be deserved. And again, I can sell that. There's no bigger club. That's one thing for sure. No matter where you go in football, there's no bigger club than Man United. If you talk from the Premier League, Real Madrid, I understand. Aside. After that, Man United. Why? At this club, if you breathe, if you park in the wrong space, if you do anything, the whole world's gonna know about it. If you achieve something, it will be almost, what's that word where it's everything will be exaggerated at Man United. Your faults will be exaggerated and your wins will be. But again, that's the risk of playing for a big club. Do you want that? Exactly. That's why I'm saying right now. That's why I'm selling you. Yeah, you can go Chelsea and that. It's cool. You can go to the other clubs, cool. But then at this club, we are the story. Are you willing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then again, and if the player says no, you never meant to sign for us in the first place.
Yeah.
Simple as that. That's it. Like, if a player says, nah, you know what, doesn't sound like me, I already know you're gonna get eaten by this crowd, because this is not a simple space for someone to come in, and we need to separate them because we want to be a big club again.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, so
it's true. And I although I push back on, like, when you're saying like you can't just jump from one bit to, like, you in KG mode of like, no, we need to be challenging for the league. But when you decipher and break it down, like, I get where you're coming from.
That's real.
We do need to understand that, like, the patience level of things will take time. We can't go from 8th to 2nd next year. I don't think we can. No. Even if we get things right and players are back, like, it's too big a jump. Now, stranger things have happened. The season when Arsenal challenged for the league the year before last, what did they finish? They finished 6th, innit? Yeah. And then everyone thought that they would just compete, try and get in the top 4. And they challenged. But the early signs of how they play football and knitting together.
I never saw that coming.
Not second. Obviously not second. Exactly. We didn't see it. So you can't rule it out. That's why I'm saying you're right. You can't just rule it out and say impossible. I'm saying it's unlikely. Because there were still building blocks in place of how they were constructing their squad, the method of what they were doing. They got their Ben White, so you go, right, 50 million for him. Right, they got their Jesus, they got their Zinchenko, they got their little things where you can see
they had a good window.
The plan is, they had the good windows, and also they had the reset with the structure and started working and started dashing out players. There was no Aubameyang, there's no Lacazette, there's no Kolasinac, there's no this, there's no that. Mm-hmm. Like, we haven't got to that bit yet. We're at the beginning of it.
We're supposed to be doing it now. When we talk about, one thing they did have is they had the youth. Arsenal had the youth players that they were bringing through.
Yeah.
And when you look at that picture of the 4 youth standing arms folded and stuff, you say, well, we got the youth. We got a project that we can believe in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hoping that now partnerships will start to make sense. If you find Martinez the adequate partner, Onana's got 1 season under his belt. Now, a good midfielder, not a standard one, a very good midfielder. That's where you spend the money.
We got to spend it in the right things.
Casemiro, if you get if there's any money for Casemiro, spend it effectively. If you get anything for Casemiro, because even if you can get, how much was Casemiro came into the club for? 40, 50 million plus?
70.
If you get 70 million. If you can get, how much are they saying? Because I know it's not real. That what they're saying, Saudi are offering.
We are not getting 80 to. That's what I'm saying.
You never get 40 for him.
30, 25, 30. It's on so much
40.
Wages. Yeah, whatever it is, we have to accept, because we need to get the wages off.
And
if Saudi said here's 18 million, but we have to say yes, bro.
Okay.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Say, no, we paid 70 for him. All right, then we'll keep him for 3 more years and pay him 350 million. 350 grand. Even if a man offered 10 mil, I swear, I know it sounds mad. We have to say yes, bro.
I'll say 10 mil for Casemiro. That's disrespect, bro.
I'm just saying, like, that's the situation we're in, though, with how bad the wages are. We have to accept it, bro.
I hear it, but not chill with 10 mil.
Saudi wouldn't do that, but
they're like 25 at least, bro.
Exactly, like 25. But like I'm just saying, innit? Whatever it is, we're not privileged, bro. We're not in a strong position with this Casemiro thing. He has 3 years left. Hold on a sec. Let me calculate that. What's 3 times 350? So hold on. 350. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Times that by 12. So 350k a week. How many months is 3 years? 24, 30. What is that? 36 months, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, he's on that a week. No. He's on that a week. So hold on. So 52 times 3. That's 3. That's 3. It's 52. Yeah, let's do the maths. There's 52.
Don't get me to do it.
I want to do it. There's 52 weeks in a year. Right. There's 52 weeks in a year. Yeah. So 52 times 3. I know. I'm just saying 52 times 3. Yeah, is 156 weeks. That's what 3 years of his contract is. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's do £350,000. Yeah. 52 times 3. Yeah. So £350,000 times 156.
How much do we owe him?
Big millions. 50.
Yeah, 50 million in wages.
Nah, it can't be that. That's wrong. But we owe him peas, bro.
You told you to go down this mass route, bro. I said I'm not getting involved. I knew as soon as you started getting into times like that, I said, all right, cool. I've left the chat. This is not for me, bro. I stopped even trying.
Well, actually, it's true. He's on 1.4 million a month.
Okay.
Times that by 12. He's on 16.8 million a year. Yeah?
Okay.
Times that by 3. It's 50. It is. I was right. It's 50.4 million.
So we owe him 50.4 million. Well done, Flex.
But obviously it's tax and all that. But do you know how mad that is? So you don't accept the 10 million and get it off your books, but then pay him that instead then.
Yeah, it's a lot of money still.
Let him. This is what I'm talking about, football finance, bro. You're saying 10 million is disrespectful for Casemiro. You know what's disrespectful? Making him say, I'm not fucking leaving. I'll stay here for 3 years and then pay me that.
No, he's not going to do that. He's got pride. He's not going to do that. He's getting Saudi.
I agree.
He's getting Saudi.
I agree.
He wants to link up right now.
I hope so. We need Saudi. Listen, big show. Big up everyone for watching. Let us know your thoughts and feelings. Let us know how you're feeling about the standard stuff. Fun show today. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out KG Da Comedian's channel.
Yes.
Obviously, link in the video description below. Shout out Cold Steps. Come to the dance tonight. Cold Step. Yeah. Shout out Mr. Terminal 4. Big up the brothers, man. We'll send this on to them and pick them up, man.
Absolutely.
And shout out Pio, Super D, all of them guys. We are out of here.
No Terminal 3.
Terminal 3.
Terminal 4.
When you come to my house, I want to see one finger dance. Oh, let me see your hands in the air.
Yes.
I want to see it go down low. Hey, Constance got there today.
Yeah, bare lines.
We listen to it on the train and I'm going to listen to it.
I'm going to listen to it when I go to my dad's, yeah.
Wicked. I'll send you some. Big up. We're out of it. Peace.